Here are 10 secrets of wealthy women. Who wants to know what wealthy women do differently? Are you ready? Let's get started. Secret number 1 is that they fail faster. What I mean by this is that every time that you stop yourself from failing, you're also stopping yourself from learning meaningful lessons that you need to learn to be able to move forward. If your failure is not happening faster, then that's the longer route toward your success. And what wealthy women do is that they fail fast, meaning that they take action without sometimes knowing all the information, and then they're prepared to face the consequences to take the next best step. Now, I'm not saying take blind action. I'm saying that there is a potential for all of us to hold ourselves back in the fear of failure. But if you can just see fear of failure is a myth, that you can never fail, that failure is feedback, not failure, then you can start failing faster to keep getting better. Because if you're not failing at all, that means you're not growing at all. Can you see that? So there is no such thing as failure, and that's why you need to start taking faster action to fail faster, to come into your power even faster. And that's what they do very differently to normal people. Secret number 2 is they invest in themselves. And what that means is that they see an opportunity to create something, and they realize that, hey, I also need to show up as that person, right? And they are open to finding answers, not by themselves, but rather quicker answers. So they invest in themselves. That means they invest in a professional, invest in a course, invest in a solution, invest in a service, right? They just are fast investors because they know the return on that investment will help them make faster decisions in their life to have more ease. Third secret is they aim to make, keep, and multiply their money. So their whole life's work is not just about making money, but they make it all about keeping and multiplying money so that they can earn more and live a more financially free life. By the way, there is no such thing as being financially free. It's a made-up term. It's more that they are more confident, financially confident, right? So they can make more confident decisions about their money so that they can have more ease and time freedom for the life that they're creating and living for themselves. Secret number 4 is they choose their words carefully. The biggest secret to creating the reality that you want is to always speak about what you want instead of what you don't want. A lot of us don't take this care, and then we wonder, why is it that despite me wanting this great thing, I only end up getting what I don't want? And this is the reason why. Watch your language, because wealthy women, they are careful about what they say, not only to others, they say this to themselves as well. They're constantly in touch with what they are saying about themselves. They're careful about the narrative they choose about themselves. So when the next time someone asks you about how you're doing, instead of saying the normal, like, yeah, I'm good, things are going well, how can you embellish that to make sure that you're creating, as you're speaking, the best possible thing for yourself, right? Because your words have meaning, your words have vibrations, and they are helping you create the reality that you're living through right now. We're not saying, hey, don't share about what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and how you're seeing things and how hard your experiences are at the moment. Not saying that at all, but there is a process for that. There is a separate process for you to handle that's more productive, for you to be languaging that in a way that can help you overcome those problems instead of dwell in them. So this is what I've noticed that they do so well. Wealthy women actually choose the words they speak to themselves, to others, about themselves, so that they keep creating wealthy outcomes. Secret number 5 is that they're optimists about their goals, but very pessimistic about the way they achieve their goals. What I mean about this is that have big goals, but be skeptical about the way you achieve those goals, meaning be ready to let go of this great idea that you came up with if it's not working for you in about a year's time. A lot of people get stuck into being very fixated on the way they're trying to achieve their goal, and then they block their own success by being stubborn and stuck to their old ways. And what wealthy people do very quickly is they realize when they're too optimistic about something working out, they choose a pessimistic route going, you know what, I need to scrutinize this, I need to question this further and seeing if this is still the right way for me. And so they're very flexible. So see how that works for you currently in your world. In the wealthy women's world, they're very optimistic about their goals and visions because they believe in that, if we aim for the moon, we land on the stars. So the bigger your goal and the bigger your vision, even if you don't reach for them, it takes just as much energy to go for something small as it does for going for something big. And so you may as well go for something really big and see where it gets you, right? Another thing about achieving goals is that if you set smaller goals, and that's a pessimist's way, being pessimistic about your goal, it's going to create a lot of laziness, and also you're not going to give it your best shot because it's too little, it's too small. So it's got to make you uncomfortable. So be optimistic, like, you know what, I'm capable of creating this, and I'm going to go and show up with that level of enthusiasm and energy. And it has already been studied that, lots of people, and I was hearing Grant Cardone speak about this, which is, we think that we're going to be able to achieve this, and whatever we think we're going to be able to achieve this with, we need to think 10 times more. So we need to put in 10 times more effort to get to our small goal even. So the more you're prepared about this in a pessimistic way that, we seem to overestimate our progress. So we need to put in more effort quickly so that we can stay optimistic about our outcomes, but the way we do it, we need to stay pessimistic. I hope that one made sense. Secret number 6 is they take time out to plan before taking action. So I've noticed that wealthy women are very strategic in the way that strategy, I was watching this talk by Harvard University, strategic planning is a myth. That is, we can't be strategic about a plan. A plan is still a plan, and a strategy is a strategy, right? So what it means is a plan is your plan, meaning you have a vision and that this is what you're thinking that this is what you need to do to be able to get it done, to be able to finish it, right? A strategy is what you choose to be the action to test, to be able to see what results it yields. So therefore, you need to have that attitude towards creating a plan and then also having strategies that have been proven to achieve those goals, but maybe be also open to changing strategies to achieving the goal that you set out in the plan. Okay, so think about taking time out to create just the plan, because wealthy women, they have a plan, but they might change their strategy to execute the plan because new information comes to them as they start executing as well, right? So create a plan before you take a strategy. So create a plan to be able to take action. Don't just take action without a plan, because then you won't have anything to measure and review and improve on. Number 7 is they keep a tight circle of friends who keep them aligned. Now, Once again, I have shared this in another video where I'm really strict on, especially with myself and my clients, that they start to see themselves as an investment, and that they start to surround themselves with people that actually see them, right? It's really difficult to grow and stay on the path of growth when your environment keeps putting you down or not see your value. And that's not their fault. It's actually on us. We have to be willing to invest in ourselves to go and seek those people to see ourselves, to reflect back to us who we are. Right? It's a part and parcel of becoming successful. This is the thing, these are the things you value. Now you value those things, and therefore that's what you will invest in. And that's what wealthy women do. They value being seen and appreciated, and so they surround themselves with those people, and sometimes they have to buy those people's time, right? So you don't have to go change your partner, you don't have to go change your family. No, it's not their job to do that. It's your job to surround yourself with those people at the time of life you need it to be able to stay on your path of growth and expansion, and to be your best self, to be your wealthy self. Secret number 8 is they have a mission and values and standards, okay? The key word is standards. My mentor Remy says, raise your standards and rise to them, right? Don't lower your standards. Raise them high and rise to them every day. So what that means is whatever problems you're having right now, that just shows your level of standards that you've set for yourself. And that's going to take you a little bit of clarity to have about what you truly value, what is really aligned to the identity you have, that what are the values that you need to have those level of standards that you can live by, right? Whatever you have going on right now, you need to have a mission for yourself to wake up to daily and rise to that mission through your values and your standard of behavior, and your direction in life is guided by that level of, certainty, which is, what is your lowest level, right? What is your highest standard. So you rise to the highest standard instead of your lowest. Secret number 9, they know the value of their time in dollars. Now, you might not consider this something useful, but honestly, the reason why you need to know this is wealthy people get wealthy because they value the value of every dollar, right? And they realize that instead of thinking of our time in a linear way where we're always trading our time for money, they realize that they can actually monetize their whole 24 hours. If we are measuring our life by 24 hours in a day, then it is possible to monetize every single hour of that day. And you just simply need to find how. You just need to find out how to do that. So they know the value of their time in dollars, and then they work to creating that, right? And that will take education. That will take hanging out with different people. That will take investing in yourself. That will take asking yourself different questions and admitting that you may not have those answers yet. But since you're listening to this, or since you're watching this, I hope this is sparking your brain up going, whoa, because that's how I felt when I heard that, which is, hey, they don't actually think like us. They don't actually think of things in a linear way. So when you look at your time and value of your time, you might have been thinking, just like how I used to think, that, oh, well, I'm qualified to do this and therefore my worth is this, right? But did you know that there are so many other ways to make an income? And perhaps some of these incomes, you have to find a way how to create those incomes that you don't have to actually be present for. If there is a will, there is a way, and there is a way for every problem. So I'll leave you with that. Wealthy women create systems to create time. So this is the last secret that I've found, that they all have systems. So you've got, business systems, you've got life systems, you've got financial systems, you've got relationship systems, you have self-care systems. What are systems? They are structures, and they have different names in different areas of our lives. So one example in your health is maybe you have a routine in place, right? A routine is a system that you follow. That routine will yield your discipline, your commitment, and your results, right? It's an essential, it's a non-negotiable, right? Another system in your business could be that you might have an automation system. Like if somebody rings you, right, you have a voicemail telling them what to do next. That buys you some time, doesn't it? And it helps you not answer as soon as the phone rings. You'd rather have a system that puts your customer or prospect at ease and also helps you continue with your own tasks. And then you have a system to get back to them in a time frame that is good and easy for you. This way, this system yields you a result of efficiency, like time management, as well as really good customer service, because everybody needs certainty, right? So do you. And to create more certainty in your life, you create systems. Another system could be your time management skills, right? You might have to have a schedule that you need to follow through on so that you can train others to also honor that about you. This way, nothing stops just because you can't show up, right? That everybody is taken care of, even in your absence. So this will yield in you being able to be more relaxed, and you can also know that other people are working as a team with you, even your family, even your friends, even everybody else, right? Because they know you're going to get back to them. They honor you, the fact that you honor your time, right? And that you are wanting to show up for them just in that schedule. You're honoring a schedule. It gives you certainty and them certainty too. My friend, those are the 10 secrets of wealthy women, and you might be wondering how I know this. The reason I know this is because I study with two of the most successful entrepreneurial women that I have come across, and their names are Remy Pearson and Denise Duffield Thomas, and they're all self-made millionaires, right? And why I study with them and work with them is to learn what did they have to overcome, how did they think, right? And why is it important for us to become wealthy? It's because women must rise economically to be able to create change in this world. And you may not be driven to do that for yourself, but think about the generation of women that are coming after us or are working around us. It all creates that mindset that this is also possible for women, right? This is one of the drivers of me showing how to become empowered and go for what you want, right? Even if it's not financial, but you might want time freedom to be more of who you are, and that in itself is an abundant way of being. So my friend, those are the 10 secrets of wealthy women, and what I would love for you to do is hit the like button or leave me a review to let me know what you thought of it. And what I love is that you are here and paying me your precious time and attention. I love that. And what would make this really worthwhile is if you let me know if you're going to implement or look into any of this stuff that I'm sharing. And lastly, you are welcome to join my free Facebook group, which is where I share a monthly training every month, free of cost. This is where we share actual tools for you to create meaningful change in your life. Until the next one, thank you so much for being here. Lovely being here again. See you next time.